man told me he was like, it's different out here. You know, I'm sure it is. He's like, no, we got hyenas running around.
Sure.
You should have started the conversation off with that. You don't end.
Welcome back to another episode of the Far Out Perspective Podcast. I'm Kurt Architect.
Your boy Y2 times your girl's favorite ex.
Right, God damn it. And we're back with a special guest, another episode. Our boy, man, he's been a part of the brand from the very beginning. If you're familiar with Far Out, how it started, its origins with battle rap, this is the first guy who really kind of molded it around to help support me and, of course, our boy Shane, long live Shane. We came up with the idea to do something, be a management team. I came up with the name, and this was our first person that really embraced what it was to be Far Out, being yourself for the talented, unique, and misunderstood. It is the first person that told me artists could relate to that, too, as far as feeling far out, like their style, their music, what they do is different than Far Out. So this is the first person, day one, on board from the beginning, through thick and thin. The whole rebranding, always been here. Made a name for himself in Charlotte with battle rap. Really took it to new levels. Nobody's really done it like him out of Charlotte with battle rap, from internationally traveling from Toronto to London to things coming up in Africa. Like, he's really literally been on different continents and really been overseas off of battle rap. I got my passport because of him to travel, out the country to go support. If you know him, Charlotte, Zay, that's his whole tag, Charlotte. Y'all know who he is, man. Battle rap pioneer, award winner for Charlotte as battle rap pioneer.
Talk about it.
He's created a lane for himself, man, for people to follow. Really the first of his kind out of here to really make it in a major way with battle rap. So we have none other than Far Out Original. We got Young Zay in the building.
I appreciate you, man. That sound like a Hall of Fame speech introduction, man.
Man, I couldn't come up short with an introduction.
I appreciate you, man. I was going to keep letting you go.
No, man, I had to, do that just do. Well, what's up, man?
What's up, man? How y'all doing?
Shit, man, you know.
How you doing, man?
We good, bro.
You know how it is.
Bullshit.
We good, man. How are you? How your energy?
My energy?
Yeah, I think that's a good way to ask people how they doing.
My energy is better than the weather.
Better than the weather. Okay, it is a gloomy day here in Charlotte today. I feel that. That's good. That's good to hear, man. We had Nick on here too, and our first episode of this year is dedicated to Shane. The whole year, really, in general, just everything he supported with your career in battle rap.
Right.
Always being on board. So we talked with Nick a little bit how we got to know Shane. But how would you say your introduction is to Shane, or just some of your stories with?
Right. Give us a funny story.
Funny story is how you met him. You know what I mean?
My introduction to Shane, ironically, with Kurt, because me and Kurt, we've known each other since 9th grade. We both ended up going to Smith, and I thought me and Kurt were gonna be best friends. I seen Kurt over the summer. I was like, "Oh, you going to Smith too? All right, bet we're gonna be roommates and all that." Time to get the roommates situated. He like, "Nah, I already got a roommate." I'm like, who? Next thing you know, he introduced me to Shane, and we just kind of clicked. We just clicked for there. It wasn't like no particular thing that made that happen. It was just like natural. It wasn't because he was Kurt's roommate. It was just, it was a natural thing, and we just kind of built the relationship from there, and it just kind of took off.
You ain't look at them like, man, fuck them fat boys. That's what I would have said.
Nah. Nah, not at all, man. We used to get into it with them, man. I ain't gonna get into that story, but, we done went back and forth a couple of times.
That's what friends do.
Yeah.
For sure. Long live Shane, man. But, you say you've been doing all right since everything, or just day-by-day type of thing?
Yeah, it's a day-by-day thing. I had, prior to this week, I had been doing a lot better, But, it's just one of those things can hit you. You don't really understand how much somebody is involved in your life until they're no longer there. Mm-hmm. Right. And I see that a lot, certain conversations that I would have or just call just to, talk shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, I call different friends for different things. I'll call you, Kurt, and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? We talk about whatever. I call Shane, talk about whatever. But other friends, you might not necessarily have that extent to what you can say and talk about. So him not being around anymore, that's, I see the void. I see where, oh, damn, I would have called him here. Like, getting ready for battles now, it's an emotional period because he's somebody I always call before every battle and get that critique as well as that like you good to go.
Sell like Fat Boy Shane, shit not smart. Hey yo, Shane, what you doing? I'm just walking through parks.
And so not having that now is just like, all right, it's hard to continue doing something you started with somebody with, and now you got to do it on your own, and you just, so that's difficult. But at the end of the day, I am thankful for the relationship that me and him did have and the memories, as well as the impact that he had on all of us as a friend group, you know, because even though he's gone, we're still able to be close and be with each other.
Right.
You know, and spend time together, and that's what he would want in general. So it's not as if we lost him and then everything just went away. Like, we all gonna grow stronger from this. So that is the bright side of the, you know, the outlook of everything.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Definitely with you on that. Kind of filling that void or a missing void or whatnot. Because that's somebody I always go to and share like updates with me, like life updates as far as stepping into my own, just really doubling down on things I believe in, just sheer confidence. Like, that's somebody I always get those updates to, because he was somebody that may have always seen something in you prior to everyone else. Like, he already could see it. So, like, things you might share with him, it would be no surprise. Things I would share that might share with him, it would be no surprise. It would be more like, well, about time type thing.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely feel you on that, man. But, yeah, long live Shane again, always. He will be proud of you. So you do got some stuff going on. I know a lot of people watching may know you from strictly battle rap, but what makes FawrOut work and what helped kind of define it in the beginning stages was that you always didn't just want to do one thing. You know what I mean? You kind of, you know, well-versed. So it's battle rap. I know you always mention modeling and acting, man. So if you want to speak on the opportunities you can speak on, things you've been doing, like how that's been going. I know you recently did shoot something. So
Yeah.
how's that bag been?
You know, that's the best part about FawrOut is from the jump, they embraced me. You know, Kurt and Shane embraced what I was wanting to do. They had really never even heard me rap, but battle rap was different. It wasn't like I was doing music. It wasn't like I was just, you know, producing or being a DJ. I was battle rapping in the South, and they didn't know how good I was going to be or what was going to come from this. And, you know, y'all embrace me. Y'all embrace me. It's like, look, it's different. It's not something everybody else is doing. And then I started to stand out. So to see where I'm at now with modeling opportunities, I got a role, one of the lead roles in the sequel for the 5 Heartbeats. And we'll be filming this year.
Okay.
As well as, you know, being able to travel the world with battle rap, going to London in July, going to Toronto again in April, and going to Nigeria in May. You know, just being able to travel all around to rap for 9 minutes. That's how I look at it. I'm getting paid to travel the world and experience life without FawrOut believing in me and accepting me for being different and wanting more. I don't know if I'll be here, you know, with some of those things today. So, but that's, you know, all I got coming up. And RBE March 25th in Atlanta.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So.
Definitely wish I could edit in the clap. We can still edit in the clap. I just forget which one on the board is. But nah, that's a big shit coming up. But speaking of RBE, Rare Breed Entertainment, you are a signed act under them or signed battle rap artist. So how has that been being signed for battle rap to a major platform out of Charlotte? What's that been like for you?
One, it's surreal because I've done more than a lot of artists in the city have done. You know, like a lot of artists in the city have not got signed to anything or traveled the world. You know, I pretty much, at this point, you could say I'm on tour. You know, I don't really battle in Charlotte. I'm always on the road. I'm out the country. And being signed is just like, it's crazy because I was one of the top, the first 7 people that RBE ever signed. RBE didn't do contracts. They didn't believe in holding people to obligations and just kind of giving battle rappers the free will to go anywhere. And the league owner just one day said, nah, I want to develop guys. I want to keep my guys in-house, still let them do whatever, but they represent our brand. And June of last year, it was probably like a week before I did my first modeling fashion show, and down there in Miami, he offered a contract right after my battle, and a couple of days later I signed. And it gives you one security. It's something that you can be proud of to say that I'm signed to one of the top 2 battle rap leagues in the entire world. And I don't know too many people
URL,
say
right?
that. Yeah, that's in them. So it's just like we're right there, and to be a part of that, and not only be a part of that, being able to be somebody that they invest in. The battles that I've gotten and the names that they have given me and the push that they have given me shows they actually believe in me. It's not just, it's like signing to a team. You know what I'm saying? What you want? You want to play, or you want to just say, hey, I'm signed and be on the bench? And the fact that they allow me to play and do what I want, and as long as it's in good graces with them, as well as embrace who I am. Speaking on other leagues, they try to change me. They told me I need to change how I look and do certain things, but RBE embraced it. So being able to sign with somebody who embraces you for you, it kind of go back to FawrOut, right? Y'all never looked at me and said, hey, you need to be a certain way or fit a certain image. RBE says the same thing. So it's all in all, it's been a great experience. I'm ready for the next battle, and yeah.
There we go. So you got London on the board, Nigeria, Africa, amazing, Toronto.
How long you gonna be in Nigeria for?
You the perfect person I need to speak to.
Really?
Yeah, I need
Why
to
is
get
that?
some. Are you Nigerian?
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
At all.
Assuming we all got goddamn saved.
Wow,
nigga.
yeah, you Africa.
Wow,
you
yeah,
know,
you from Nigeria.
Well, I need like some African, you know what I'm saying, some African sayings and stuff. So I go over
Sayings.
there and they be like, okay, you know something. I
Yeah.
don't want to go over there and, I like to adapt to wherever I'm at.
yeah, they gonna know you're not from there. As soon as
Oh, I
you
already
out,
know.
bro. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The man told me, he was like, it's different out here. I'm thinking he talking about battle rap.
Yeah.
I said, yeah, I'm sure it is. He's like, no, we got hyenas running around.
Oh shit.
I said, whoa. You know what I'm saying?
Those are real animals.
You should have started the conversation off with that. You
Yeah.
don't end the conversation with that. But I can't wait for the experience. My mom might come.
That'll be
She's
great.
contemplating whether she want to go to London or Nigeria.
You should definitely go to Nigeria. I think everybody black, every
go
black
home.
American should go to Africa.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's the only place you can actually see people. They're happy to see you there.
For sure. I did see that.
Yeah, and everybody's black. Cops, politicians. Well, not black.
Why
African.
you had to say cops first?
I'm just saying. It's a lot. It's a lot different when you see people. You get police different when it's your own people.
Right.
Yes, because they know. When black people, sometimes we out having a good time. We laughing loud, doing stuff, but somebody that's not from that culture could see that as, oh, they about to start a fight.
Right.
So
Right. I always wondered, did they look at us differently? Because they say it's like kind of a division between black U.S. born citizens versus people straight from the motherland, like how they might.
yeah, Africans feel that they since they come over here and they work, they like, oh, it's not that hard. Just black people are just lazy. Because-
Yeah, those stereotypes.
Yeah, they just think, which isn't true, but it's just
I saw that on TikTok. I saw a girl saying how she went to Africa. She's talking about how it's dangerous, and then somebody from there was like, "Yo, you live in America. There's mass shootings. Like,
yeah.
anything
Like,
happen
what are you
anytime.
talking about? Yeah,
Fuck you, tell you, we bad."
But
for dangerous.
that's the thing that I'm looking forward to the most is going over there and see how they treat me. Because I remember going to London and like being out in the city, people already knew I wasn't from there, and they were just staring. And I had went to Italy while I was out there the second time, and it was like nobody around there was black.
yeah,
It was like the older with ladies who be in the shops. Because I went to Venice, so I was on the Grand Canal, and this lady, she walked up to me, "Oh, your skin's so beautiful," stuff like that, right? But then when I went to the airport in Italy as well as London, they were just staring at me. It was nothing but people who wasn't looking like me, or they looked like me, but they didn't look like me.
yeah,
And they look at you different. So it was like how they looked at me in the airport versus how they looked at me in the actual cities. It was different. So I want to see how it is out there in Nigeria. Are they accepting of me? Because just to be honest, I am darker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they going to tell that I'm not from there, but I am darker,
Nah, man,
They gonna
yeah,
fuck
I'm
with you,
listening.
man.
I'm
They
listening.
gonna fuck with you, bro.
Things they thinking about some old times at Hardin,
Right.
where I used to have some jokes that I wouldn't say.
Some
today.
colorist jokes, Kurt.
And we had
I'm
some
not gonna
times,
say
man.
that. I'm not gonna say that.
No, we're not going to put racism or
We'll just say
anything,
it's in the
colorism on them.
past. We'll just say things are in the past.
Darkness.
Things are in the past. Black is beautiful.
It is in all shades.
All shades.
Right.
Wale has a beautiful song about that. I know she's a big fan of. Ebony's a big fan of Wale. Bliss. Yeah, Beautiful Bliss.
J. Cole.
No, that's the one with J. Cole. Yeah, Shades. From a light skin boy to a dark skin brother. That's a beautiful record.
I mean, but
color.
sometimes some of them jokes hit. I heard some good ones.
I don't really make jokes about that shit no more. I used to when I was younger and ignorant, but
So you saying
So you out of jokes? You don't got none left.
I mean, I just don't anymore. You don't really realize how ignorant you are until you get older. Like I could say shit Wawa used to say. For people watching, we all went to Harding University High School together on the west side of Charlotte. So we all went to Harding.
Shout out to HU.
Shout out to HU. We're all products of Harding. But
well, I'm a half a product.
well, you're still part of the fabric of Harding. But you know, we all had jokes about, you know, the Wawa used to say some shit. I ain't gonna say what you said on the microphone, but you used to say something or die. Yeah, so I ain't gonna touch on that.
That's wild.
Yeah, there is something
That's
I don't
wild.
think Wawa remember in 9th grade that he did to me.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Trauma.
you know
Let's
what I'm
bring it
saying?
up, baby. Let's
Yeah.
talk about it right here.
So I think we were in class.
We're gonna
I
cut this
forgot
out.
which. Yeah,
Oh,
we
we
might
keep
have
this
to.
in.
I think we were in class, and I didn't know Wawa was African yet. So I was like, "Oh, it's another dark skinned nigga in here with me."
yeah.
And he was like, "Nigga, I'm African. You black as fuck."
Ooh.
And he thought I forgot that shit. Bro, I ain't forget that shit.
Hey, bro, hey, bro, hurt people, bro. Somebody probably hit me
sounds
with a
like
dark.
that. What that is?
Somebody
though.
hit me with a dark skinned
9th
African joke
fucking
on the way
grade,
in
bro.
there.
I want to say it was science class or something, bro.
That makes hella sense though about hurt people. Now that we're older,
God damn.
Somebody probably hit me with a dark joke before I walked in there, and I saw your ass. I was like, I'm gonna get him. Fuck
yeah,
that.
no, nigga, I'm actually African. I'm supposed to look like this. What's your excuse, motherfucker? That's
I'm
what-
like, God damn,
yeah,
man.
that's what it sounds like.
I went
God
home. I
damn.
told my mom, I'm like, niggas at Harding different. I'm gonna have to fight there.
Damn. Well, shit.
Nigga, in what else I'm gonna say? In 5th grade, I thought I was just, normal, a dark skinned guy, but I remember because I had to switch schools because I was going to some Christian school. They got shut down. Then I went to Behringer. And I remember just being in the hallway, a teacher just taking us, I guess to the bathroom or whatever. And one of the kids walked up to me and he was like, "You black?" And I was like, "Yeah, we all black." He's like, "No, you black. It's been downhill ever since."
I
was
got
like,
some for
"Bet."
that.
I got pain now. I gotta share my pain now.
Understood, man. But I feel like we
man.
coming out of that age of
That shit was
colorism.
funny,
Or I lied. I was gonna say we coming out of that age, but
We
people
definitely
still
not.
face it. People still face it. Whether you're a man, woman, whoever you are, people still face that every day. I'm glad y'all are healed. Everyone's growing, thriving. We're working on being healed.
We're working on being here.
Working on being healed.
Working on being here. I got called some shit in school.
Hey, black is beautiful, man. Black is beautiful. I remember off air, obviously, in like just in general conversation. I know people joke on you a lot, say you look like Tyrese. Tyrese a battle rap. That's like the running joke because
That's
hear
not
it
a
everywhere.
good.
They always make fun of. They always call him the Tyrese of battle rap, but I know Tyrese is kind of like funny. Like,
What more do you want from me?
yeah, I don't know. I be feeling bad for Tyrese, and it's like, okay, something's really wrong with Tyrese, bro. He
That
should
shit
just
hilarious,
not be
bro.
on socials, or somebody should manage his shit. But anyway, I think it's like he's on one of those shows, like one of those shows. I forget. It comes on.
It was like a Black Six show.
No, it's like one of those shows. I forget one of those TV networks that do it. Like, you know how they do Unsung is one of those networks.
Mhm.
TV1, I think they had a
Okay.
special on him. It's like a 101 uncensored with
Yeah.
Tyrese. And he talked about how he never thought he was handsome growing up because he was dark skinned.
Yeah.
And they were talking about just insecurities and how we grew out of them. Speaking on colorism, I remember you mentioned you didn't feel like you were handsome, and now you do get praised for being this. They make fun of you. I mean, the battle rap, they can make fun of you.
now.
So you think you pretty, it's battle. They're gonna try to take angles, but it's just interesting though, like because a lot of women, might feel like the color. They might feel the impact of that colorism stuff, but a lot of males can feel that too. A lot of men growing up can feel that. So it's just interesting how we inflict pain on each other. You know what I mean? So,
Because you could technically say it was bullying.
yeah, it is.
I just, excuse my French, I wasn't a hoe. You feel me? So I wasn't going for certain things, but, I would get picked on from, all sides of the spectrum. I'm getting picked on at school, no matter what school I went to. You know what I'm saying? I was getting picked on for being dark skinned. I'm just thankful that, because that can really hurt a lot of people's self-esteem. I never hated my skin. It was just like I didn't feel, worthy, but I never looked in the mirror like, I don't want to be dark skinned no more.
Yeah.
But, people made it a bad thing, like growing up, especially, we grew up in a time where all the girls want the light skinned niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Or
So
eyes and shit like that.
yeah, so
You
they
want
look at
foreign,
me.
something foreign.
I'm the opposite side of the spectrum. You feel me? I'm not no light skinned nigga at any point in life. You feel me? So it's like, all right, you know, you grow up, and then now you get older, and it's like it's embraced, but people don't, you know, understand everything that came before that. You know, all the jokes and all the, you know, you got to get fights because at some point you gonna have to say, look, I'm gonna keep dealing with this every day, or I'm gonna show you like you ain't about to talk about me like that.
Yeah.
But you know,
I was say yeah, women. Women deal with it too, especially like dark skinned women. If somebody walks up to them and always says, "Oh, you look pretty for a dark skinned girl,"
Yeah,
which is crazy to say to anybody.
We're still coming out of that phase, man, where people do say that. It just definitely
I
makes
like
you
my
more
chocolate
confident.
girls.
Yeah, I do too. Every girl I ever dated or then seriously dated all like brown skin to dark skin. So it's just interesting how you unpack things as you get older, and then you realize, well, where does this come from? I always think of Malcolm X. Who taught you how to hate yourself?
Right.
Right then and there. Who taught you how to hate yourself? Simple question. You look
I
at it.
apologize for my 9th grade comments.
He
that I
apologized. You accept his apology?
I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, it's all
I appreciate
Here
you.
we go.
Bro. I was hurting, bro.
Hey,
Look at that.
that hat and your color scheme, I appreciate. So we good.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's probably insider. Maybe not such an insider joke with that, but whatever. hey, whatever. We making peace. We progressing. We growing, man. That's beautiful, man. But you know, Zay, you part of FawrOut. You know, from the very beginning, it's really the original three. And while we always supported, when he even lived in Seattle, he would watch the pod, and you know what I mean, always support. And now you talk about phone conversations, him being back in Charlotte, and then being on the shit with us, you know, helping out too. So with that, you know, we have a segment. That's FawrOut, but now more so FawrOut shit. So did you see anything that's like some FawrOut shit this past week or just recently that you like, yo, that's wild, or that's some FawrOut shit? Rather cool, dope, or just like, yo, that's wild, that's FawrOut shit.
I think I always see wild stuff to the point where it doesn't even.
It's like normal now.
It's normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's normal. One thing, it was a couple weeks ago. I just found it funny because I think it was right after Shannon Sharp got into it with John Morant.
Oh, is
father
that?
and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
that Brett Favre was suing Shannon Sharp for defamation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you just trying to get the money back, bro. You trying to get the money back to pay the church.
Right.
We know you did wrong.
You stole all that money.
You stole all the money. You messed up, and now you trying to get the money off Shannon, bro. Come on.
It's fucked up. You talk about like just double standards and like how when a black man or just a black person mess up, they are just held to such a higher standard, or just the fire is just way more turned up under them. But if a white person do, it's just water under the bridge type shit. Like I think Stephen A. He's promoting a book that he just put out, and on his press run, he was talking about, I think Charlemagne or somebody asked him, has Skip ever got in trouble or pressed? And Skip said it, how a million and one things, and never really got hot water, never got suspended or nothing. So it's just crazy. Like, yes, we're making progress in media and more black faces and black people to tell these stories, or you know what I mean, do these jobs, but you know, still don't really suffer the consequences, or we suffer the consequences versus that they don't. So that is interesting. You bring up Shannon Sharp and Brett Favre. Like, who caught hell?
I think Shannon Sharp. I never want to be like his type of famous, because I know y'all see the video of him walking in the airport.
With a dog.
He was like, "Really, dude?" And he was just like, "Yeah, really." Like,
Yeah, he's like, "Why?" And this dude's like, "Why not?"
like exactly, like
whatever.
that's a level of famous. You just like
talk about
wow.
the double standards and stuff. Speaking of stuff, Deion Sanders, his comments, he said that he wanted his quarterbacks to be from a 2-parent household with a 3.5 GPA because you had to be a leader of men. He wanted his defensive linemen to come from Section 8, one single parent household. They trying to save mama.
Yeah.
Now, for me, I didn't necessarily get too upset because I understood what he meant. You want, on your defensive line, you want people who hungry.
You want some dogs.
You want some dogs. Like, you want, but I just feel like, especially with how he left Jackson State, he should have worded that a little different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Some
saying?
people say he's pandering to white people and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Like,
that.
come on, Deion.
Yeah, I see that.
I support you, man.
And a white dude interviewing him too. The dude from the NFL Network.
Oh, Rich Eisen.
Yeah, Rich Eisen. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's a good ass point too. Wow, you seen these FawrOut shit recently, or actually not even FawrOut shit? Did you have any wild wisdom?
This week, yes, I do. It's kind of, I think I already kind of brushed over it, but I'm going to do it again. So I went over this before. Banks is not where you need to put your money at. If you saving, your bank should only have an emergency fund for you just to pull out for whatever emergencies you have. You need to put that other money into some type of investment or something of that nature. Because if you just let your money sit in the bank, we all see inflation going up. Eggs is $10 a cart. So, yeah, if your money's sitting there, you're losing probably about 2 to 3% of it every year because inflation keeps going up. So I always tell people, get an emergency fund, stack that up, leave that in the bank, and then use the rest of that money. Make your money work for you. Make your money make money. And it's a million ways to do that. I talked about a few on the other episodes. Or you can, go to YouTube and just type in how to make money. They'll show you a million videos on how people make money on the internet.
Okay, shit. That's
so yeah. Emergency fund, invest the rest of your money. Invest in yourself, invest in some courses, stocks, get into real estate, anything. Just make your money work for you. Because if your money sits still, it's you losing. You always losing.
That's some good wild wisdom. I know you always on a financial tip and whatnot. I want to talk about, you just jogged my memory about that. Some comments this real estate guy made a few weeks back. I forget his name, but he basically said he wants to be able to use the N-word because he helps black people so much. But he also, he basically said he dumbs down his information for this demographic. And 19 Keys was talking about how, you can't just become disrespecting and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Have you heard of the dude? I forget his name. He's a white man. He's famous for real estate. But I think he's been on Earn Your Leisure before too.
So he wants to use the N-word because he's helped black people?
Yeah, I was going to ask that. What did you think about? You might not have seen his comments.
He just want to use it to use it.
I'm about to say, I feel like,
yeah, but he's one of those guys that kind of gets his bag off of black people with doing these workshops and shit like that. And he talks about how he dumps his stuff down for black people and just kind of basically disrespecting us. So,
right.
Dang, I don't know if you're familiar with him, though.
Nah, I mean, I might have seen him before, but no, that's crazy.
Yeah, I forgot his name, man. But it just made me, you always talk about financial stuff. It just made me think about how we're at a disadvantage. Growing up, we're not taught things until we get older. And then, and we get in these spaces where, we learn real estate, you learn about, wealth, and then maybe the people that have been had access or the privilege to access these things, it's still it's like finessing people, like, let's get these blacks, let's make them feel important.
Yeah.
Let's talk dumb to them. Let's take their money, and then, hey, let me call you a nigga at the end of this shit. I deserve to type shit.
Yeah, no, that's
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
And it's funny you say that to kind of continue the big groove, the groove of Gorilla.
Ooh, he changed his name, right?
Yeah, but
he's not bad.
He you know what I'm saying?
It's embarrassing to me.
That
He's not the worst. That other guy's the worst, though.
The chicken nigga.
Yeah,
I
the one that
don't
be
know,
making all the
man.
noises and
They both annoying.
they put up a video of him dressed as a monkey. He was dressed as Donkey Kong.
yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And
They-
he
they
already
talking
done
about
did the
canceling
watermelon
Jesus,
thing.
Devontae
He
Christ.
he reminds me of a
him. Yeah.
he should be in 1920 if he acting like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
just
think
gotta
this
stop
is
supporting those
Yeah.
type of people. And the more we post it, the more
that's some
people
far out
see
shit.
it too.
That's embarrassing to me. I just hate when they pander to white people because I was reading on Twitter, people were saying he does this in predominantly white spaces, like
He does.
I mean, and then they say the music is in like his headphones, so it's not even like music playing.
So
Like,
now he just look like if a nigga broke out dancing just right there because he got earphones in there. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? Man?
and they say he musty too, so it's extra annoying.
I mean,
yeah, you got this big ass muscular nigga just dancing.
And he
say-
musty?
Yeah, they say he musty. He got a stench to him. But I seen some other girl too on TikTok. She was eating a watermelon all aggressively, like trying to be funny. And I'm with my boy Bilal. Bilal's our frat boy, my frat brother. He always talks about they need to abolish the. Y'all know Bilal. He always talks about they need to abolish the internet. And he says this is his choice words. It's funny.
he just posted a picture like, oh, we could go.
Yeah,
That's
but
so funny.
he's saying like as far as the behaviors, it brings out of people like trying to be funny and it's just not funny. Like just black people trying to.
Some people are trying too hard to make it.
Yeah, bro.
They will do anything,
For
and
a
that's
little bit. Just
and
for a
that's the
little bit.
worst. That's the worst type of people. Like you
Yeah.
gonna do anything. You don't care about your morals, your integrity, no dignity, your family, none of that shit. You trying to make it, and these people are laughing at you. They're not laughing with you.
Yeah.
We see that big motherfucker dance. We ain't laughing at, laughing with him.
Yeah.
Laughing at that nigga.
I did think it was funny they made a petition to try to get his shit pulled down.
Ironic you say that. The person who made the petition is somebody I know. He's a battle rapper from Wilmington, North Carolina. He lives out here in Charlotte. His name is Martin Luther Lean.
I seen
Martin
him
Luther Lean.
Yeah.
Martin Luther
He started
Lean.
that. He started the
got a nice
petition.
little following on Twitter.
Shout out to Lean, man.
I've
Shout out to
seen-
Martin Luther Lean,
Yeah,
bro.
I think I've probably
hell of
been in
a
the same
name.
space as him. I definitely noticed him on Twitter. I don't know how he followed each other, probably through you, but yeah, he's kind of like a viral guy now on Twitter. That's funny. He started that petition.
Yeah, he did. I think I seen him yesterday. He said I might have to start another petition.
Jesus, man.
So he come to these places and he's dancing and he's musty.
And he's musty.
And he eating these people food, musty.
Just
and dancing.
imagine we was at Harold's a couple weeks ago. Just imagine niggas is eating, and then somebody just get up, and just start, and just start dancing, just going ham.
Now, how was Harold's?
We just talked about Harold's.
Go ahead, bro. He had already
Is it
talked
worth
about
going
it.
to?
No, not in my opinion.
It's not.
When I went to visit Nick in Chicago last year, I went to the actual Harold's. You know, it's based out of
Right.
Chicago. So it's a chain now. So they got one in Atlanta and one that just opened in Charlotte. To me, well, this nigga was hungry, so he thought the chicken was good because he was hungry.
It
But
was good. It wasn't great. It was good though.
I mean, to me, I just did
Better than
experience.
Bojangles?
Nah,
Better than Popeyes?
Not,
Better than churches?
yeah, better than churches.
it's just, I wish
I don't go to churches though. I just feel like that's just a bucket of grease. I haven't had churches in years.
I feel like that
Better than
about Chicken
KFC.
King.
Oh yeah. I've had KFC in years, but yeah, from what I remember,
I feel like that about Chicken King. It's a bucket of grease. But I think I went to the wrong one. Maybe I went to one off. I don't want to talk about which one, but
they all the same. I
Chicken
thought.
King is bucket of grease.
It
yeah,
is,
because
that's
I
what
had it.
is.
Everybody go crazy for it, but then I had it. Like that shit made my stomach.
Now they
fuck up.
burgers.
Burgers is good.
I like the wings. The wings
You know what I
pretty
learned
good.
though too about white people? Like they always talk about us eating healthy and poor, but some of the country white folks, bro, people I work with, they drink Dr. Peppers all the goddamn time.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew is the
Mountain
drink.
Dew is like their goddamn
That shit is
penny for black people.
that shit is serum.
I guess stereotypes.
Any
Yeah.
Mountain Dew.
We talk about stereotypes. Yeah, but bro, they love Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Bangs.
Yeah,
Any
man.
type of energy drink.
This white girl at work, she's cool, but she loves Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper. She's always ordering Chicken King. It's like, do y'all not care about high blood pressure? Do y'all not care about it? And they always talk about us. They try to make us like they eat, if not more of the bad shit they always try to say we eat.
let's be honest. Never mind. I ain't gonna say it.
No,
never
say
mind.
it.
Nope.
Hey, brother.
You had to cut this part out.
All right.
I should be bad for brand.
All right, we'll skip past that. But yeah, Harold's, I just to get back to it, to me, the one in Chicago is literally like a chicken spot. You're in and out, like Chicken King. Like you could have the option to sit down and eat, but it's not like they don't make it like this experience of like lounging. It's not like let's take out our phones and let's vlog, let's record. It's literally let's get some chicken, let's eat, or take it to go and call it a day.
Get your food and get out of here.
Like here, like they try. I guess the one in Atlanta. I haven't been to one in Atlanta, but I guess they try to make it like a lounge type of atmosphere, and it just wasn't that, and it just wasn't. I don't know. Like we were talking on a previous episode how Charlotte kind of searching for an identity still type of thing.
I feel like there's no real way that you can mix a lounge and chicken.
They try to do it here.
They
goddamn
don't. That's not gonna really ever mix. The
And the
crowd
service-
that chicken brings in
Yeah.
is different. than the
Yeah, it's
crowd
like, bro, I
lounge
don't
gonna
wanna be
bring in.
looking
got
at
chicken
these
grease
niggas.
in one hand and hookah in the other. It's fucking
Yeah,
slipping.
man. And then our drinks were good. It took forever for our food to
It took
come
like
out.
40 minutes for the drinks, but when they came, they was hitting.
Yeah, the drinks were strong. The chicken wasn't that seasoned that well. I mean, like I know people go crazy for the mild sauce. The mild sauce wasn't that good.
I like the mouse sauce.
Nice
I ain't
service?
gonna lie.
No,
Fuck no, that was the worst part of it.
Nice.
But to be fair,
Yeah.
not to just shit on Charlotte Harold's. 'Cause I remember Wale, he had a song. What y'all hell y'all at?
This nigga stupid, man.
And like Wale, he had a song. I know Evan knows that way, right? He said, "Tell me about Chicago. Get some miles from Harold's. Says, this here's overrated, but I love your city, baby."
Oh yeah,
Talking
yeah,
about Harold's,
yeah.
yeah. So a lot, even in Chicago, when people say it's overrated, but the one for Charlotte, the one in Chicago, the chicken was better. The mild sauce here didn't hit like that. I got the lemon pepper on top of mine. Maybe I should have got it on the side. It just wasn't the same. The experience wasn't the same, and they trying to make it something where it's different in Chicago. And then again, Charlotte, we're kind of that city that kind of struggles with that identity piece.
So they're searching. They're gonna go the extra mile, even if it doesn't match. They want it to work.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a perfect way to put it. But shit, you're actually born and raised in Charlotte, so being a person that's charted a path here in the lane that people have tried before and they had success, but not quite the same success as yours. Being an actual born and raised resident, a unicorn, as we say, people are actually born here. What do you think about Charlotte and our identity? Like I saw someone say, Charlotte is a city that lacks balance, right? So what do you think here as our city as an identity? Do you think we're on the cusp of becoming who we are? Because we got the people, we have the creators, we have the. I feel like the events are coming. It's just maybe just knowing the right people. What do you think as identity goes?
As of
Or culture?
As of this date at this time, I don't think we're nowhere close. I think we're getting further away from an identity. I remember Charlotte in the 90s, early 2000s. The Hornets were big.
Yep.
Now you go to a Hornets game, there's more people there for the other team. Even when the Hornets sucked in the 90s, at the times that they did suck, they were pretty good for the most part. But when they did, they were still packing out the Charlotte Coliseum. No more Charlotte Coliseum. People don't care about the Hornets as much. It's more of a melting pot city. So if you get 100,000 people from New York and then D.C. and Miami and Texas and California, and then you only have, you know, a certain amount of people that are actually from Charlotte that are here, you're already outnumbered. And as crazy as it sounds, being from Charlotte, I'm outnumbered when in the city.
Yeah.
I know one person that is from Charlotte, born and raised, and that's Stu.
Yeah.
Everybody else is from a different place.
Yeah, y'all the only two people I know born and raised. Because even our boy Evan, like, he's from Charlotte, but his people is from Connecticut. So even if you are born here,
Yeah, I wasn't born here.
it
Yeah,
ain't
like my
really-
parents from somewhere else. I mean, they from North Carolina, but
Yeah.
it's just like here. And then the stuff that we do have that we get tired ourselves to is, look at it, right? Like, culture-wise, we only know, like, Hidden Valley.
Mhm.
But then look at the association. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know Hidden Valley as a community. Like, we ain't- you know what I'm saying? We know it as a community. Yes, it has other stuff with it, but that's an identity. You think anybody else really knows or care about? If they're coming to Charlotte, they don't know about Hidden Valley. They don't know about anything. Our football team is not good enough to where it presents its own culture. Once again, we're outnumbered in fans. We don't have a baseball team. We don't have a hockey team. We just got a soccer team. Who cares, right?
Speaking of football, though, I remember the 49ers this past season had a game here. Whole stadium was red, burgundy.
Yeah.
You
I was out. Yeah, I was downtown when that
Bro.
happened. It was red.
Whole bowl.
Yeah,
You
it
see
was
the
bad.
you see the Carolina blue seats, but they filled with
Restaurants
burgundy jerseys.
was throwing 49ers parties in
Yeah,
Charlotte. It was
bro.
crazy.
It's just we're not that.
Even losing CIAA. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
That
that's
hurt.
in Charlotte with our prime. I
That
think
hurt.
Charlotte was CIAA.
Like, because if you take a look at it,
And the year the Pens was the Super Bowl.
Epicenter was amazing during
Alive after
CIAA.
5.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at it now.
Yeah.
There's no CIAA. We don't have,
That's the only time the city was
like,
really lit.
yeah, that's the only time the city would get lit, and it would get lit with,
Black
Blacks.
stuff.
Now, what do we have? Now that's when you have to bring a Heroes Chicken and make it a lounge because you're trying to build something. There's no side of town. The best culture that we have in Charlotte is East Charlotte. That's really the
That's
only
kind of the most untainted.
Yeah,
because
still,
it's
yeah.
not it's
Yeah, the
not
same.
it, they didn't try to tear the West Side in half, like it's
West Side is-
gentrified.
Nigga, you go down
Turn up.
Freedom, bro. You start out one part look familiar. You get down towards
You're
downtown.
like, what is this?
Like, damn.
This ain't the old Freedom. You know what I'm saying? We used to have the Midtown Mall and everything. That shit is gone. Eastland Mall, that was, that
That's a Charlotte staple for real. People get
Gone.
that. Got that
East Lamont had to go though. Bro.
People got that
People's
shit
getting
titled.
shot every day there.
People get shot at Northlake now.
yeah.
Northlake is
Oh.
pretty bad too.
Northlake is
Northlake is
definitely
a
bad.
ghost town now. Every time I go out there, I be like,
Yeah,
why
it's
am I
definitely,
here?
but
Northlake is bad.
I mean, that's also, I seen something earlier today. I ain't gonna say his name, but he passed away, and he was I'm just gonna say Kevin Samuels, right? He had said that the two major jobs that black women hold, I forgot what it was, but the other one was retail. He said if you take a look at it, malls are dead. Nobody's going to malls anymore. Nobody's going into stores to shop. Everybody's doing everything online. So when you take a look at that, a lot of our young black women are starting to lose jobs because this is one of the top two fields that they go into is the retail. And, when we talking about Norfolk Mall, and it's like, it do be dead. It's like,
Yeah.
don't be shit going on there.
Shit at that
Like,
place.
Charlotte has no identity.
That's what I said too.
We had got the baby, and then you see what happened with that, right? Niggas from the city was pissed because they like, now he ain't even from here. I have my own opinion on that, but it just is what it is.
I feel
Like, we
that's
don't
just
have
Charlotte
no
hating though.
yeah, I mean,
That's our
Has he
identity.
been here in 90?
that is our identity.
we
is hate.
gonna hold somebody down.
We gonna hate.
Bro, he
Oh,
been
hate.
here since what, 99,
hate.
first grade. If we blow up tomorrow and I claim Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania. People like, fuck out of here. He been since high school. He's from Charlotte. He went to 8th grade here. He's from
I know
Charlotte.
him.
They gonna say you from Pennsylvania. Then you gonna show them your chest tat, and they gonna be like, "Oh, he definitely not from Charlotte."
Yeah, so, but,
That is a
yeah,
fact.
but I'm saying it's just like, if I did try to claim it, let's say somebody like, well, he really not from the city for real, but I've been here. I claim Charlotte as my home. You know what I mean?
He been here.
So it's interesting, somebody that blew up like the baby that was born in Cleveland, but been here since he's, what, 1st grade. He actually claims the city, and people, well, really, he been here since he just got, like, nigga, 1st grade, you consider it from here by that point. So,
If you come here during middle school, I feel like you from here.
yeah.
It's like, come on, bro. We can't claim Curry. He's same situation.
Yeah.
They both from the same goddamn
Curry
place.
from Akron, Ohio, well, born in Akron. But
So it's like, come on, bro. You can't.
I feel like you've been here a certain time, automatically off rip. I still bring up PA only because, like, 13, some of my friends started high school and I came here. And some of them friends, like Lawrence, y'all met, why you met Lawrence? Like, I was talking to him today. So, I mean,
Shout out Lawrence.
I still have a strong connection to my hometown with some of my friends up there. But I claim Charlotte. It is my home. I always got love for PA, though. But I don't know. Maybe that is, dang, that sounds fucked up. Our identity is hating.
It is.
That's what, I mean, honestly, that's what has made it so special to make it out in what I do, you know, is it's a lot of hate. People don't really embrace you because because it's such an untapped market, especially in entertainment, nobody's really made it until the baby, right? But everybody felt like they was going to be the one to make it. So when you think you're going to be the one to make it and somebody else makes it, people are not quickly to embrace. If we were a different city,
We was Atlanta.
wouldn't really be, you have some haters, but you wouldn't have a bunch
Everybody
of
support Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then everybody in Atlanta support Atlanta. But you look at these cities like use this in Houston. Yeah, popped up, popping. Atlanta popping. DC popping.
Memphis.
Memphis.
Memphis
Even
up.
I was talking to Nick the
Memphis
other
all
day.
the
He's
way
talking
up.
about how Baltimore got their own culture. Like they play their own people music.
Yeah.
So
Baltimore club music.
Yeah, so to kind of put a bonus, since you are created your own lane out of the city in Charlotte when it comes to battle rap, do you feel any pressure for being like kind of really the only one that kind of made it to major feats?
I tell these up and comers and guys who trying to get in that position all the time, you know, the pressure that y'all have and the standards y'all have is different. When I go places, I represent the entire culture of Charlotte battle rap. When they go places, they represent themselves and whatever part of Charlotte they from or claim. It's a difference. When you're the first to do something,
Talk your shit.
and then you also is the best to do it,
Come on.
the standard that you have and the pressure is different. I carry the pressure of some of my haters because if I don't do well, they're not going to get another opportunity because they don't look at Charlotte in the first place. Nobody's looking for the next star to come out of Charlotte in battle rap. They're looking at me. And so if I don't do what I'm supposed to do at these places when I go battle, that door going to close because it was never open. I had to go through the window. You remember, you know, me coming up, bro, the stuff I had to go through, and now it's just like I did create my own lane, and it is embraced by a lot of people in the city, a lot of artists and, you know, figures, but at the same time within the community, those guys will never deal with the pressure I dealt with. You know, they will never understand what it is because I'm the first and the best. And so it is a pressure, but also at the same time, I'm made for the pressure. I appreciate it because if I'm in that situation where I feel any type of pressure, I'm right where I want to be. And when you sit up there and say you're going to be a star, everybody wants to be a star and not have to deal with shit. You know, even with the stuff with Shane, it comes with life. It is going to test how tough you are, you know, how much you can mentally break through. That's really what it's going to come down to. Is your mental capacity, because you want to be a star, it's a lot that comes with it, right? Well, this is part of the game. So the pressure is just part of the game. It's just part of what come with who I'm destined to be.
Goddamn.
There you go, man.
Goddamn.
Shit, man.
Well said, man.
Hey.
Shit.
Up women, nigga.
Did you want to drop your socials on people that aren't already familiar or where they can find you at?
Zaytoven, Zatoven 15, not Zaytoven with the Y. Please also, you niggas out there, you artists, I ain't gonna say niggas, you artists, please stop tagging me. I'm not Zaytoven, the producer, man. Y'all tag me like every day. I get tagged in something where somebody's got music going or something. I'm not that Zaytoven.
Shit, man, go ahead and do a feature, bro. Go ahead.
Man,
Inspiring
man,
one of
come
them.
on,
Zaytoven,
man. They don't want me to get on the track, Kurt,
Yo,
man.
Zay Tiggy beat.
Oh, man. I
What's-
got something.
Well, shit, Zay told you got Africa coming up, Toronto, London, International Day, FawrOut. Appreciate you being on today. Appreciate your time, man.
Proud of you, bro.
Absolutely.
All the shit you be doing, man.
I appreciate you.
Keep doing it, man. So signing off right here. I'm Kurt Architect.
Boy, why 2 times?
Zay.
Zay, we out. Appreciate y'all.